Hello friends, welcome to the first lecture. Before jumping to the actual implementation in OutSystems, let's first talk about what exactly low code is, what exactly OutSystem is. So in this lecture, we will see the introduction to the low code and OutSystems ODC. Now, don't just get confused with this word ODC. ODC is a latest framework, latest development framework of OutSystems. We will learn OS 11, OutSystems 11 in this tutorial. Now the development approach is same in both the frameworks, just the architectural approach is quite different. So don't just get confused with this word ODC. You can, for now, you can ignore this word ODC, right? So we'll see the introduction to the low code and OutSystems. So what we will see in this entire lecture, we will see what is low code, what is the difference between low code and traditional development approach, and what is OutSystems. So what is low code? So low code is simply a revolutionary approach to software development that enables developers and business users to build application visually. Now, when we work with Java or Python, how we develop the code? We first set up the environment, then we download one IDE like Eclipse, then we write code by our own, right? We write lots of words, lines, 1,000 lines of code, and then this is how we create the software. But in visual development approach, what we do, platform itself provides us a tool or a software. Using that software, we drag and drop the components on the screen, and behind the scene, the platform handles the code building. So in short, it's a visual development. We build the application using intuitive drag and drop interface and visual modeling. In this way, we get the pre-built component from the platform. We just drag and drop that component and the platform handles everything, right? So if we are working on a drag and drop tool or on a low code tool, we are focusing more on outcome. We are focusing more on outcome. It means we are focusing on building the logic, building the workflows. We are not focusing on writing 1,000 lines of code. And of course, if we are building something smartly, we are accelerating the delivery, correct? So now let's understand low code with a real life analogy. If we are cooking, right? So if we compare cooking with traditional cooking and low code approach of cooking, so cooking from scratch is like traditional approach of cooking, right? Purchasing the raw ingredient, chopping the vegetables by our own, measuring the spices, then mixing the components and cook everything from the ground up. Complete control, but it is time intensive, correct? But what is a low code way of cooking? The ingredients arrived pre-measured and partially prepared, right? So we still have a control to the final dish, but assembly is faster and mistakes are minimized. So this is a low code way of cooking and this is a traditional way of cooking. Now, which is fast? Of course, the low code way of cooking is more faster, right? Because we are not focusing on preparing the ingredients. We are more focusing on preparing the actual dish, correct? Now, why low code matters? Because it speed up the development 5 to 10x, and if it is speeding up the development, of course it will reduce the cost, and of course unknowingly it will increase the productivity of the team, correct? Now the same example what we have considered before for the cooking, if we just consider the building a house development approach, then in the traditional way, how we build a house, we source the bricks, timbers, concrete, we assemble everything and we build the house brick by brick. But in the low code approach, we standardize the approaches, we using pre-manufactured walls, windows and systems and snap together efficiently, so it will just give a faster assembly with the quality assurance built in, correct? So low code development is more faster than the traditional approach. It is more scalable, we can also say. It is more productive. So the difference between traditional development and a low code development is the traditional development requires 2-3 months to develop a piece of content. We need to design the database manually. We need to design the front end and back end by our own. We need to code for that. We need to do the API development and testing of API. We need to do our own security implementation. Then we need to handle the deployment configuration as well. But in the other hand, on the low-code development, we can do the same thing in just 2-3 weeks what we used to do before in the traditional development approach. Because here we get the visual database modeling. We don't need to set up the entire database infrastructure. Low-code platform tools provide that to us. We just visually create the database tables and model the database. We get drag and drop UI components, so we just drag and drop it and design the screen and UI. We get pre-built authentication. We get automatic API generation. We just instruct the tool that this is how we are going to use the API, and the tool does everything for us. And it comes with a one-click deployment. We just click on a button and it deploys to the production or the higher environment. That's the biggest part and biggest selling point of any low-code platform, because the deployment and maintenance of the application becomes so easy. So what is OutSystems? OutSystems is a company, first of all, who has developed a low-code platform, their own low-code platform. So OutSystems is a company who have developed their own low-code platform, provides tools and softwares to develop the softwares and applications using their platform. So OutSystems provides some visual designing tool, the database management tool, logic flow creation tool, and the deployment tools. So by using the softwares, we can easily develop the database, develop the application, and manage and maintain the application and entire application suite. Also deploy the application to the higher environments. So we can say OutSystems is a bundle of multiple, OutSystems providing us a bundle of multiple softwares to build a software, simply. Okay, we can assume that OutSystems is a smart construction company which is providing all the ingredients, all the pre-built walls, pre-built windows to us, and also providing a way to assemble everything. Okay. That's it. Why companies choose OutSystems or other low-code platform? Because accelerated delivery, enterprise security, it also handles the security by its own. Just give you an example of this. If we are working with Java, everything comes on our local machine. We set up everything on our local computer. We develop it, and then we publish it to the branch, right? We commit, correct? Now it's less secure. We can copy the code, we can steal the code, but in OutSystems, everything stays on production, not on production, everything stays on the server, correct? If we are working on the dev environment, no यार ये लास्ट पार्ट जम नहीं रहा है, ठीक है, इसको फिर से करते हैं. Why company choose OutSystems को फिर से करते हैं. So why company choose OutSystems? Of course, for accelerated delivery, for enterprise security. OutSystems provides built-in security features including authentication, authorization, data encryption, and compliance with industry standards like GDPR and HIPAA, SOC 2, correct? Then scalable infrastructure. We don't need to worry about scalability. Suppose we have developed a software which are being used by 1,000 users. Now suddenly 10,000 users comes up and start using the software. On one click we can scale the application, right? Then seamless integration. We can integrate with almost anything in OutSystems. And legacy modernization, ideal for replacing outdated systems to the low-code platform, the new era of software development. Correct? That's it, guys. That's it for this lecture. Let's see how we can set up the environment, what are the tools we will require to work in OutSystems, and how we can get that tools in our system. So we'll meet in the next lecture, guys. Thanks. Bye-bye. Hello friends, welcome to this lecture. So before starting the OutSystems development, we will have to set up the environment, right? The same we do in Java and .NET as well. If we have to develop something in Java, we first install JDK, JRE, then we install the IDEs, right, Eclipse or NetBeans, and then we start developing the applications. Similarly, we'll have to do the same in OutSystems. So let's see how we can set up an environment for the OutSystems development and what are the things we'll have to do. So to set up an environment, first we'll have to download and install the OutSystems development tool, which is OutSystems Service Studio if we are working on OutSystems 11, and OutSystems ODC Studio if we are working on ODC. I will show you how we can do that, because to do this, we will have to first sign up to the OutSystems website. So as this tutorial is about OutSystems 11, then we will install the OutSystems 11 Service Studio. So to download the Service Studio, we will have to first sign up to the OutSystems. So let's go to OutSystems website. So the first website you will find here, outsystems.com. Now you will have to go to login. Then if you have already created the account, then you can log in. If you have not created, then you can click to the sign up here. Please watch this video because I am going to show you one important step to download the required softwares. So click on sign up here, just fill up the form, it's straightforward. So Ankit Gangrade, select your country, India. If you are creating this for your organization, if you are trying to sign up from the organization email, you can say yes. Otherwise, no, I am going to sign up from my personal email. So ankitg.in, please don't spam me, and you will have to provide a proper password. Okay, I agree, and I don't want to receive OutSystems news. Agree and start free. So what it will do, it will create my account and it will just send me the confirmation email. So I will go to my email. And I can see, no, I don't see the email. You can see the spam as well. Okay, I got it here. If you don't see your confirmation email here, you can go to spam and see, and you can mark OutSystems as not spam. And I will activate my account by clicking here. Now, after activating account, okay, keep me sign in. We'll have to log in. After logging in, what it will do, it will redirect me to, let's see what it is doing. It is redirecting me to ODC page, because now ODC OutSystems has made ODC as a primary product, right? So if I will click here, start building. So my environment, ODC environment is ready. But in this particular tutorial, we are not talking about ODC. We are going to talk about OS 11. So how you can land to OS 11 platform? There is no direct link available. As I said, OutSystems has made the ODC as a default product. So to land to the OS 11 specific personal edition page, you will have to just type the proper URL. You will have to go to URL bar and portal, trial portal. Just make a note of this URL, OutSystems website /portal/trial portal. When you land here, it will land you to the old OS 11 page. Okay, let's just wait. So you see your infrastructure. If you are coming here first time, then you should see a create new infrastructure button. Upon clicking, it will start creating your infrastructure. Once it will be created, you will be having a link here. Okay. Now to download a Service Studio, you can just scroll down and download the Service Studio. By just clicking to this button, it will start the download, and then you can follow the installation path just by double clicking to the exe. It's straightforward, right? You know how to install a software. Now after getting your personal environment link, just copy this link and open the Service Studio what you have downloaded before. When you will first land to the Service Studio application, you will not see this screen. You should see this screen because you have not logged in yet. Now you will have to provide the URL what you have copied during previous step. Just click to next. It will ask for username and password. Just provide the username and password what you have used while signing up to the platform and log in. Upon logging in, if authentication is getting success, you will be logged into your personal environment. Now we have logged in to our personal environment from the Service Studio tool. That's it. Now done. We can create an application by clicking on this new application, but by following the new application graphically, you can create a new application as well. So in the next lecture, we will see by creating our first Hello World application. What we have done after the sign up is a straightforward step, probably you will be able to do it without any problem. After signing up, it redirects to the Odyssey portal because OutSystem has made Odyssey as a default product. If you want to go to OS 11 portal, OS 11 is also equally important because there are lots of thousands of lakhs of application has been already built on OS 11, and it's not that straightforward to migrate OS 11 app to Odyssey. So industry will keep using OS 11 as well. So as a developer, we should be aware how usually we work on OS 11. Okay. So by following this URL, you can go to the OS 11 personal edition page, and from here you can create your infrastructure, and from here you can download the Service Studio. You can access some other applications as well, which is Lifetime, Service Center, Users. These are the applications which we usually use to manage our environment, to deploy, to manage the users. We will talk about all these applications in detail in the later lectures. I hope you understand, guys. That's it for this lecture. In next lecture, we will create our first OutSystems reactive application. Hi guys, I hope you have signed up and downloaded and installed the OutSystems Service Studio. If you have directly jumped to this video and don't know how to sign up and install the Service Studio developer tool, you can go back to the previous video and watch the way I have explained in that video. After signing up, you will get one personal environment URL. You need to just copy that, and after downloading the Service Studio, you need to just install that. It's a straightforward process. I believe you know very well how to install a software. After installing, when you will open the Service Studio, you will get this window first. Service Studio will ask you to log into your environment. So here you will have to provide your environment URL. Then you will click on next. Then you will provide the username and password which you have used to sign up to OutSystems, and you will click on login. After logging in, it will authenticate you behind the scene. If everything is fine, it will allow you to log in, and probably the same window, the same screen you should see. You can see here I have logged into my personal environment, and you should see these three options: new application, install from Forge, and single sign-on mobile. As the name is suggesting, by clicking here we can create a new application. By clicking here we can install the application from Forge. Forge is a OutSystems marketplace. So let's create our first application, first Hello World application. So I will click here, it will open another window, and it will ask a few more details. In short, OutSystems is providing a graphical way to create an application. Now, two options it is giving me: from scratch or from app. I want to create a new application from scratch or from existing template. OutSystems has developed some built-in templates, an existing template. For example, HRMS application. If we are creating HRMS application or a banking software. Now, for all the banks, probably few workflows are similar, like onboarding a customer. So OutSystems has created customer onboarding screens and associated things, and providing that in a form of template, so that we can just use that template and just change that as per our need or our use case. So in this entire tutorial, we will be keep using this option only. We'll keep clicking here only, because everything we will see from scratch. So you can click on from scratch, click on next. Then OutSystems will ask you what we are exactly building: a reactive web application, a tablet, a phone application, external web portal, or service application, or a traditional application. These are the 6 type of applications we can create. In this entire tutorial, we will be creating reactive web application, and you can also follow the icons. You see this image says that by creating this type of applications, this application will be easily accessible on any type of screen, any type of device. Same for this, it will be only accessible on tablet, this will be only accessible on mobile, and these are not user facing application, these are the backend application, service application. So by clicking here, by creating a service application, it will create a service application. It will not give option to create screens here. Traditional web application is a traditional way to develop OutSystems application. We don't use it nowadays. External web portal is also a responsive interface that can be run on all browser and devices. Usually we work on this application only, and we create service application as well. So I will click on reactive web app. Next, it will ask the application name, first application. We can select a theme color so that OutSystem will set proper colors, because when we create an application, by default OutSystems creates the theme and the login flow, logout flow, and template flow, layout flow, everything. So this theme color what we have selected, it will use that color across the modules and across the pages. Now after creating application, it asks us to create modules. Modules is simply packages. If we compare with Java, in Java we create application, then inside the application we create multiple packages, and inside the packages we can we create classes, methods. Similarly, it's not exactly same, but we can assume that it is somewhere related to that only. So we create one application, and one application may contain multiple modules, and we can keep different things in the different modules. There are 5 types of modules. Reactive web app module, it means the icon also suggests us clearly that in this type of module we can have screens. Blank module, it means blank. We will be having a liberty to do whatever we want. Service module will be a service module. Here we will be defining services, a reusable services, a reusable common code which will be reused everywhere. Library module, we will be defining library stuff here, like theme, like external service, the code associated to external services and all. Extension, now we can do many things in OutSystems, but if there is a scenario which cannot be handled in OutSystems by built-in components or by using built-in widgets, in that case we can develop extensions. Extension in the sense are external .NET codes. So we can handle that scenarios via developing .NET applications, .NET codes, and we can use that .NET code in a form of extension in the OutSystem application. So it's a very powerful way which gives us a liberty to develop whatever we can think of. So for this particular example, we will select a reactive web application, create module. Now the magic is happening behind the scene. OutSystems is setting up everything. OutSystem is setting up the UI flow, login flow, has set up the theme. This is my theme. OutSystem has set up the theme. Let me just show you. From OutSystems UI, OutSystem UI is an application, is a module what OutSystem has created, and when we create a new application and module, by default OutSystems take the reference from this particular module and give us a readily available theme. If we want to change, we can definitely change, but it gives almost everything. So this is a responsive theme, responsive CSS, lots of classes, lots of features are readily available by OutSystems. It gives us as a ready-made component. Now, under the main flow, we will just click on add screen, and we will add a new screen, which is home screen. We will just give a name, include in menu. We will just check it so that automatically it will include in menu. And these are the not blank. These are the templates what OutSystem has created, screen templates. If you want to develop something like a dashboard or a cleaning detail or a branch locator, we can just select this template, and on top of this we can develop our workflow. We will talk about all these things, don't worry about that. We are just developing a first application and just having a look how exactly we are going to work in OutSystems. So this is the layout, a default layout OutSystem has created for us, and whatever we'll do, all the screens will follow this default layout. If we want to change, we can definitely change it. Now here I can just add a title, hello world, and that's it. Let me just publish, done. Just a simple application we have created. By publishing, what we are doing, we are publishing this code to our environment. We can assume that this is a development environment, and in OutSystems there is no concept on setting up anything on local. like a local branch and doing the code there and then pushing it to the development branch. No, everything goes to the dev environment directly, and everything will be on server only. Nothing will be on your local machine. So by clicking on publish button, whatever we have developed, OutSystem is deploying that to the dev environment. Now by clicking on open in a browser or directly copying and pasting this URL to your browser URL bar, you can go to the application. So let me click here. Now this is my personal environment URL. This is my first application. This is my screen name. And this is just a temporary ID, I believe. Let's wait. So OutSystem has created this login page for me, and it's a fully functional login page. It's not a dummy page. And while creating the environment, OutSystem has created my user, whatever user email ID and password I have provided in the user table. So by default, we get this one user. If you want to create more user, we can create. There are ways. We will definitely see that as well. That's it. This is my first application. This is my logo. This is my menu. This is my home page menu. This is the avatar, name of the user, logout button. Logout button also works, and the home page what we have created. Simple. In just few clicks, within a minute, we have created our first application, and OutSystems gives everything to us ready-made, readily available in a form of template, in a form of layout, in a form of built-in login screen and all. We just need to focus on business logic development. We just need to focus on creating workflow as per the business requirement what we are having. I hope you understand. It was just an overview. In next lectures, in the future lectures, we will talk about all this thing. In next lecture, we will talk about the Service Studio. Whatever you see here, what is this logic, what is this data, what is this process, what is this window, what is this property, what is this style, what is this toolbar, what are these links and menus. We'll talk about everything. In next video, we'll understand. Then slowly we will proceed. We will understand how we develop the things, how we can develop logic, how we can design the screen and all. I hope you like this video. I hope you are liking the OutSystems. However, it's just the first lecture, but definitely you are gonna like it, and you will enjoy working with OutSystems. So we'll meet in the next lecture, guys. Thanks for watching.